In this tribute video, we honor the American legends who have passed away today and in recent days. Welcome back to Movie Newscast. These remarkable individuals made lasting contributions to their fields, and we sadly say goodbye to them. Our heartfelt condolences go out to their families and fans. As we remember their legacies, we invite you to show your support by giving this video a thumbs up if their lives or work have touched you in any way. Your gesture is a sign of respect and remembrance. Katharine Crosby, known for her acting career and marriage to Bing Crosby, passed away at 90 in her Hillsborough, California residence. Though she appeared in films like Operation Mad Ball and The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad under different stage names, she stepped back from acting in the 1960s. Katharine married Bing Crosby in 1957, and the couple had 3 children, Harry, Mary, and Nathaniel. She returned to performing, notably in a Broadway revival of State Fair, after Bing's death in 1977. Nick Gravenites, a Chicago blues musician influential in the San Francisco rock scene, passed away on September 18th at the age of 86 after a period of declining health. Gravenites was a prolific figure in the blues and rock scene, co-founding the Electric Flag with Mike Bloomfield, collaborating with Janis Joplin on her solo career, including writing Work Me Lord, and penning the hit One Toke Over the Line for Brewer and Shipley. He was also known for writing Born in Chicago, which became a blues standard performed by artists like Paul Butterfield Blues Band, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and the Pixies. CNN anchor Alisyn Camerota shared on Instagram that her husband, Tim Lewis, passed away on July 27th at the age of 58 after a 2-year battle with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Camerota described Lewis as a phenomenal father, husband, friend, and role model who faced his diagnosis with humor, humility, and bravery. The family has set up a fund in Lewis's memory to support other families facing similar challenges, and Camerota expressed gratitude for the outpouring of support they have received. Keith Urban, in a recent interview, briefly mentioned that his wife, Nicole Kidman, is doing good following the unexpected death of her mother, Janelle, earlier this month. Kidman was at the Venice Film Festival when she received news of her mother's passing and left early to be with her family. While the exact cause of Janelle's death at 84 remains unclear, Kidman had previously hinted at her mother's health challenges in a 2022 interview. Daniel J. Evans, a 3-term governor of Washington State and former U.S. Senator, passed away at his home in Seattle at the age of 98. A moderate Republican, Evans was known for his advocacy for education, civil rights, and environmental causes, leaving a significant mark on Washington state politics. Throughout his career, Evans was frequently considered for the vice presidency and was lauded for his ability to work across the aisle with Democrats. Reverend Al Sharpton announced the passing of his father, Al Sharpton Sr., at the age of 93. Al Sharpton Sr. left his family, including a young Al Sharpton, when Al Sharpton was only 10 years old to begin a new relationship with Al Sharpton's half-sister. Although their relationship was complicated and tumultuous due to this event in their past, Reverend Al Sharpton stated that he was able to reconcile with his father over the last 18 years and build a relationship that he valued. Mercury Morris, a former running back for the Miami Dolphins, passed away at the age of 77. Morris was a key player on the Dolphins teams that won 2 Super Bowls, including the undefeated 1972 team. During his 6 seasons with the Dolphins, Morris was a 3-time Pro Bowl selection. Seiji Ozawa, a renowned Japanese conductor known for his dynamic style and groundbreaking career, passed away at 88 in Tokyo on February 6. Ozawa rose to prominence as a youthful and charismatic figure, captivating audiences with his energetic performances and leading orchestras like the Boston Symphony Orchestra for almost 3 decades. Celebrated for his exceptional musicality and ability to unite large ensembles, Ozawa left a lasting legacy through his recordings, international conducting engagements, and the establishment of the Seito-Kinen Festival in Japan. Peter White, renowned for his roles in All My Children and The Boys in the Band, passed away from melanoma at 86 in his Los Angeles residence on November 1st. White's acting career encompassed Broadway, film, and television, with notable appearances in productions like Barefoot in the Park, Armageddon, and The West Wing. He was best known for portraying attorney Lincoln Tyler on the soap opera All My Children for over 3 decades and starring in the stage and film versions of The Boys in the Band. Janet Landbird, known for her roles in The Swimmer and The Donna Reed Show, has passed away at the age of 75 due to brain cancer. Landbird's notable role in The Swimmer, 1968, saw her portray Julie Ann Hooper, a former babysitter of Burt Lancaster's character, who encounters him during his peculiar journey through neighborhood pools. Beyond her acting career, Landbird was remembered by actor Paul Peterson, her former co-star and on-screen love interest in The Donna Reed Show, as a genuine and beautiful individual, both internally and externally. Connie Van Dyke, a singer-songwriter known for her work with Motown Records and roles in films like Dividu and the Dixie Dancing-Kings, and Framed, has passed away at the age of 78. Van Dyke died on November 11th at her residence in Los Angeles due to complications arising from vascular dementia, as confirmed by her son Bronson Page. Throughout her career, Van Dyke battled and survived both colon cancer and a stroke, with the latter ultimately leading to partial paralysis and impacting her later years. Former Oklahoma State Representative Lundy Kiger has died at age 69 from injuries sustained in a collision with a Chevy Silverado. The collision occurred on November 10th on U.S. Highway 59 south of Merriman Lane, when Kiger's northbound tractor was struck from behind by the Silverado driven by 35-year-old Denver DeHart. Kiger was ejected from the tractor and transported to St. John's Hospital in Tulsa, where he later died, while DeHart was uninjured. The Poteau Police Department is investigating the incident. Former NFL wide receiver Devin Willie has passed away at the age of 35, as announced by his family. While a cause of death was not provided, Willie's family remembers him for his infectious joy, love for his family and friends, and his many talents, including football, music, and humor. Willie was a standout athlete at Granite Bay High School and Fresno State, where he excelled as a wide receiver and punt returner, even showcasing his skills in the East-West Shrine Bowl. Drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2012, Willie's NFL career saw him play for the Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans, in addition to time spent on the practice squads of several teams. Following his time in the NFL, Willie played in the CFL and pursued a music career before his passing. Charlie Dominici, the former vocalist for the prog metal band Dream Theater, has passed away at the age of 72. Dominici sang on Dream Theater's 1989 debut album, When Dream and Day Unite, and his passing was unexpected. Though he and the band parted ways in 1989, Dominici remained a friend and supporter of Dream Theater, even congratulating drummer Mike Portnoy on his recent return to the band. Susan Shepard, a renowned acting teacher and character actress, passed away at 89 in her Manhattan residence on Friday. Her daughter, Kate Shepard, confirmed that the cause of death was chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and kidney failure. Ms. Shepard initially gained recognition as a stage actress and director before becoming a prominent acting instructor, mentoring notable students like Gregory Hines, Beeve Neuwirth, and Christopher Maloney. She later transitioned to film and television acting in her mid-50s, notably portraying memorable mother roles in The Sopranos and Goodfellas. Chad Allen, a founding member of the Canadian rock bands The Guess Who and Bachman Turner Overdrive, has died at the age of 80. Allen co-founded The Guess Who with Randy Bachman and experienced success with the hit song Shankin' All Over before leaving the band. After leaving The Guess Who, Allen pursued a diverse career in music and television, including forming Brave Belt with Bachman, which later evolved into Bachman-Turner Overdrive. Former Purdue tight end Dave Young has passed away at the age of 64. The cause of death is currently unknown. Young played for the Boilermakers from 1977 to 1980, amassing 173 receptions for 2,202 yards and 24 touchdowns. A consensus All-American and Purdue Athletics Hall of Fame inductee, Young is considered one of the greatest tight ends in the program's history. Jen Knight, best known for her 1971 hit song, Mr. Big Stuff, has died at the age of 80. Mr. Big Stuff reached number 1 on the R&B charts, number 2 on the pop charts, and earned Knight a Grammy nomination. While Knight continued to record and perform throughout her life, she was best known for Mr. Big Stuff, which continues to be celebrated as a soul classic. Award-winning country and folk musician Jim Celestrum passed away in Arvada on November 22nd at the age of 67 after a long battle with cancer. Celestrum had a long and illustrious career, which included touring with Dolly Parton, recording with John Denver, and performing with numerous other notable artists such as Vince Gill, Amy Grant, and Kenny Rogers. Throughout his career, he released more than 20 albums, performed for 4 U.S. presidents, and appeared on various prominent stages and television programs, including The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Como 4 legend Steve Poole passed away on November 21st at the age of 70, surrounded by his loved ones, after a battle with early-onset Alzheimer's. Poole was a renowned Seattle weatherman and philanthropist who dedicated 42 years to KOMO4, starting as an intern in 1974 while studying at the University of Washington, and becoming the station's chief weather forecaster in 1984. Throughout his illustrious career, Poole received numerous accolades, including 7 Emmy Awards, a Sigma Delta Chi Society of Professional Journalism Award, and induction into the University of Washington Communications Hall of Fame in 2004. Former Green Bay Packers linebacker Jim Carter passed away at the age of 75 on Thanksgiving Day. Carter, who was drafted by the Packers in 1970, played for the team until 1978 and had the difficult job of replacing Ray Nitschke. Despite facing criticism from fans during his playing career, Carter was honored as honorary captain for the final game of the 2022 season and in September. Frances Sternhagen, an acclaimed actress known for her roles in Misery and Sex and the City, passed away from natural causes on November 27, 2023, at the age of 93 in New Rochelle, NY. Sternhagen enjoyed a prolific career spanning 7 decades, earning accolades for her work on both stage and screen, including 3 Tony Awards and 3 Primetime Emmy Award nominations. She is survived by her 6 children, 9 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren, with a celebration of her life planned for mid-January. Edwin M. Yoder, Jr., a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist known for his eloquent writing and insightful commentary, passed away at 89 in Chapel Hill, NC. Yoder earned the Pulitzer Prize in 1979 for his work as an editorial writer at the Washington Star, where he covered national events with historical understanding and literary grace. After the Star folded, Yoder became a syndicated columnist for the Washington Post Writers Group, sharing his perspectives on topics ranging from politics and education to literature and law until his retirement in 1996. Robert H. Precht, longtime producer of The Ed Sullivan Show, passed away at 93 on November 26 in Missoula, Montana. Mr. Precht's death was verified by his daughter, Margot Precht Speciale, who is currently producing a documentary about Ed Sullivan. Initially joining the show in 1958 as an associate producer, Mr. Precht eventually became producer and then executive producer of the iconic variety program. Peter Spellos, a voice actor best known for his role as Spybite in Transformers, Robots in Disguise, has passed away at the age of 69. Spellos died after battling pancreatic cancer, surrounded by loved ones and messages from fans. In addition to his voice acting roles in shows like Naruto, Bleach, and Digimon, Spellos also appeared in live-action projects such as American Dreams and Men in Black U. Peter Tarnoff, a U.S. diplomat who served as the third-ranking official in the State Department during the 1990s, passed away on November 1st in San Francisco at the age of 86. Tarnoff played a significant role in orchestrating the secret extraction of 6 State Department personnel from Tehran during the Iran hostage crisis. This clandestine operation, which involved creating a cover story about a fictional Hollywood film production, was later depicted in the acclaimed movie Argo. Walter Davis, a former basketball star known for his smooth shooting style, passed away at the age of 69 while visiting family in Charlotte, North Carolina. Davis played college basketball at the University of North Carolina under renowned coach Dean Smith, averaging 15.7 points per game from 1973 to 1977. He went on to achieve stardom with the Phoenix Suns, although his career was later impacted by struggles with drug addiction. Mortimer L. Downey, IV, a renowned figure in urban mass transit, passed away on November 2nd at the age of 87. Downey, who served as the executive director of New York's Metropolitan Transportation Authority, and later as the Deputy Transportation Secretary under President Clinton, was appointed to the Washington Metro Board in 2010 following a fatal train accident. His tenure, which included a period as chairman, was marked by both praise for implementing safety measures and criticism from board members who felt he wasn't doing enough to address operational and financial challenges. Former Major League Baseball pitcher Dick Drago has passed away at the age of 78 due to complications from surgery in Florida. Drago played for 5 different teams during his 13-year career, which spanned from 1969 to 1981, including the Kansas City Royals, California Angels, Baltimore Orioles, Seattle Mariners, and the Boston Red Sox. He is notably remembered for his performance during the 1975 World Series with the Red Sox, pitching 3 innings in Game 6 against the Cincinnati Reds, a game often considered one of the greatest ever played. R.H. Sykes, the first University of Arkansas athlete to win a national title, passed away at the age of 83. Sykes secured the 1963 NCAA Individual Golf Championship and went on to achieve 2 victories on the PGA Tour. He was renowned for his exceptional putting skills, winning the U.S. Amateur Public Links title in 1961 and 1962. Kill Bill actor Michael Madsen has blamed his wife for their son's death and is seeking a divorce from her. The news comes after the actor spoke out about what happened to their late son. After 28 years of marriage, Hollywood star Michael Madsen has decided to end his relationship with his estranged wife, Dina Madsen. According to court documents obtained by People magazine, Michael, who holds Dina responsible for their late son's death, has cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for their split. The 66-year-old, who is well known for starring as Bud in iconic director Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill movies, disclosed that he and Deanna had separated shortly after their beloved son, Hudson Madsen, passed away. Reports state that Hudson, unfortunately, died by suicide on January 25, 2022. He was just 26 years old. 2 years after Hudson's death, Michael filed the divorce documents, which are dated Tuesday, September 17, at a court in Los Angeles. Among the documents is a statement attached to the petition and signed by Michael that accuses Deanna of driving their son to commit suicide. The exact wording stipulates that Dina had a hand in Hudson's death by her neglect, drinking, and alcoholism. Michael, who is being represented by his longtime attorney Perry Wander, also made it clear that his citing of irreconcilable differences does not adequately describe the divorce filing. The bereaved father went on to share how Hudson's death came as a shock because he had not seen any signs of depression in his son, who had just completed his first tour in the U.S. Army. Adding more fuel to the fire is the fact that Michael has also requested a domestic violence restraining order. This comes amid his denial of Deanna's domestic violence charges against him, which she filed last month, August. A portion of Michael's statement on the matter reads, "Respondent also significantly contributed to my personal issues as well. I am a victim in toxic relationship that culminated in the respondent breaking into my residence and having me wrongfully arrested for DV." Michael had been taken into custody as a result of his wife's DV accusation on August 17, and his bail was set at $20,000. However, by Monday, August 19, Michael returned home. Coming to his client's defense later that week, Perry explained, "Michael has shown immense compassion and restraint during this period towards his estranged wife. He's definitely not guilty of domestic violence." Conversely, Deanna noted, "Michael is struggling with his own personal issues. Myself and our children have been supporting him to the best of our ability." The soon-to-be ex-couple's statements and accusations come 2 years after Michael opened up about Hudson's suicide in a 2022 interview with the Los Angeles Times. Michael began by expressing his and his family's devastation and grief over the loss of Hudson, who, according to the City and County of Honolulu Department of the Medical Examiner, died of a gunshot wound. At this time, Michael was with Deanna and their kids in Hawaii, where the family was making preparations for their deceased son. "I am in shock as my son, whom I just spoke with a few days ago, said he was happy. My last text from him was 'I love you, Dad,'" divulged Michael. The bereaved father went on to share how Hudson's death came as a shock because he had not seen any signs of depression in his son, who had just completed his first tour in the U.S. Army. Before his demise, the sergeant was stationed in Hawaii, where he lived with his wife, Carly Madsen. The couple, whose marriage was said to have been solid, would post photos on both their social media accounts. The images also showed that Hudson, who was Tarantino's godson, had spent some time in Afghanistan. Still trying to piece together how the late husband and son could have taken his own life, Michael highlighted, he had typical life challenges that people have with finances, but he wanted a family. He was looking towards his future, so it's sick mind-blowing. I just can't grasp what happened. Wanting to find answers, Michael also mentioned how he had requested a full investigation by the military into his son's death. He did so because he believed that officers and rank and file were shaming Hudson for needing professional help from a therapist. The Reservoir Dogs star was under the impression that it was this shame that then prompted his son to stop getting help for his mental health problems, which he kept private.